Hello guys, and welcome to the Let's Play that I have been promising for quite some time now. I think it was around last September or August or so. But this is a heavily modded playthrough of Skyrim, Dawnguard, Hearthfire, Dragonborn. I even want to hit Falskar, and I believe there's like Wormspire, are some fairly large content downloads. And I am going to talk through the intro a little bit here just to kind of intro you guys to what's going on. But I'm going to be playing through this game, and I'm going to try and do a little bit of commentary. It's mostly going to be like third-person commentary. You will hear me retort.
You're finally awake.
Yeah, bumpy ride.
You were trying to cross the
So
border,
you will hear me do
right?
things like that,
Walked
and
right into
I'll
that
also
Imperial
explain to you
ambush,
guys
same as us.
logic and
that
reasoning
thief
for my
over there.
character and a bit of her story and such.
Stormcloaks. Skyrim was fine until you came
As
along.
mentioned,
Empire
it
was
will be a
nice
her.
and lazy.
Most of
They
you have
hadn't
seen
been
me
looking
stream
for you.
Skyrim know that I
Stolen that
prefer
horse and been
heroines
halfway to
or just games
Hammerfell.
in general. I prefer the story of a heroine
You and
over
me.
a
You
hero,
shouldn't be
just
here.
because
It's these Stormcloaks
we here
the
see
Empire
heroes
wants.
all over the freaking
We're
place.
all
So,
brothers and sisters in
no need
bodies
for more.
now, thief.
and Skyrim is such a great setting and environment
wrong
to
with
tell
him,
whatever
huh?
story you want.
Watch your tongue. You're speaking to Ulfric
Apologies here,
Stormcloak,
the
the
armor
true
upgrades
High
that I
King.
have, like you can see that guy back there. I think that's Hadvar actually.
Jarl Windhelm?
Yeah, that looks like
You're the leader of the
Hadvar. He
rebellion.
has some really spiffy armor, but
You.
Ulfric here has some really nice
Where are
armor.
they taking us?
But he doesn't have the
Know
mouth
where
gag,
we're going.
so
But Sovngarde
he should be gagged.
awaits.
No, this can't be happening. This isn't happening.
Oh.
Hey, what village are you from, horse thief?
I'll also try and
Why
do
do you
this
care?
and get some interesting shots
A
from time to
Nord's
time.
last thoughts should be of home.
So there we go, immersive
Rorikstead.
armor. I have a lot of mods, and we will go
I'm
through them
from
in a little bit. You
Rorikstead.
can also find them in the description. I believe between all the basic content and the mods added in, we have 74 different things added in here. A lot of them are graphical, but
Divines,
there are also some
please
very
help me.
key game logic and such like that changes, which we will get to.
Look at him. General Tully is the
Tullius.
military governor. And it looks like the Dalmor are with him. Damn elves. I bet they had something to do with this.
I'll also try to keep a mostly steady camera. I am playing on a controller, so it's a little bit easier than with mouse and keyboard. So I'm hoping it'll go okay.
This is Helgen. I used to be sweet on a girl from here. I wonder if Vilod is still making that mead with juniper berries mixed in. Funny. When I was a boy, imperial walls and towers
Is there an
used to
inn
make
here?
me feel so safe.
Who are they, Daddy? Where are they going?
This is like a... This is actually one of the neater towns. It's a shame
Why? I want to watch the soldiers.
what happens to it.
Inside the
I do know a lot of the content, not all of it. I've been watching a lot of people play this game, still, and
Why are we stopping?
is Hadvar?
Why do you think? End of the line.
Okay, so it looks like Hadvar
Let's
will make
go.
it over here.
Shouldn't keep the gods waiting for us.
wait,
But there
we're
is
not rebels.
quite a bit of this game that I still
Face your
haven't seen.
death with some courage,
I have
thief.
not done almost
You've
any
got
of the
to tell them.
quests
We
in
worked with you.
Markarth,
This
for
is a
example,
mistake.
which is a city in the southwest.
One at a time.
But so let's just get into the game here.
Empire loves their damn lists.
Ulfric Stormcloak,
Yeah, she's a jerk.
Jarl of Windhelm.
It has been an honor, Jarl.
That is a nice suit of armor.
Ralof of Riverwood. Lokir of Rorikstead.
I like how they know
I'm
where
not
they
a
came
rebel.
from.
You
Like
can't do this.
they only have a first name and then the location they're from,
You're
you
not
know?
gonna kill me.
Archers!
Rokir
Anyone
of
else feel
Rorikstead
like running?
Wait,
no longer exists.
you there. Step forward.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you?
Alright, so, let me see. Female. Breton. Preset, Preset 0. And then, So this is actually the first mod, but I have done this. Okay, so this is Onyx. And what I did is I put together a bunch of facial patterns actually here. This is actually, I want to say, 4 or 5 tattoo sets, or war paint markings. And I just wanted to create somebody who had a very distinctive face, something that, there's a reason why she's going to be wearing a hood most of the time, so to try to run away from her past sort of deal. But also something that when you see it coming at you, it's going to be scary, so we should get some really awesome kill cam shots. But here, let me just show you, this is race menu. And these are the different war paints that I've added in. So High Elf War Paint 1 and 4 are the war paints around her eyes, as long with the mark there in the forehead. Argonian stripes are what I have on the neck here, which I thought just looked really cool. They added a little something off of the face. And then the Imperial war paints here add in a couple of more marks around the eyes, as well as the lower under eyes and the lips, the bottom lip there. So, but there are a couple more things that I do need to set by hand, if I recall correctly. It remembers her eyes, but not her nose? No, I got the hair and the hair color. Where's the nose? Oh, no, it's her basic height and such. Okay, so a little bit shorter. It did remember the weight. A little bit heavier. They start out at 0.5. Lower the... Get rid of the weird light. Okay, so that's why she doesn't actually glow like that. There you go. That's a much better view. And definitely scary. Anyways, not going to change any of the scaling. We might come back here a little later to redo some of the scaling, because it does allow us to scale, here we are, the bows and the weapons and the swords and such. So that's actually kind of cool. I don't want to touch any of that because it will screw things up. These all look good. I swear... Where's the nose? Nose type, I think it was 9. No, mouth type is 9. There, that's what I wanted. There we go. And a little bit of color on the lips, just so she doesn't look like a freaking corpse. It's one of the places blood shows through. There we go. Alright, so this is Onyx. And I use gems names for my characters. Pardon all the clicking and such that you can hear. Onyx. There we go.
You from Daggerfall, Breton?
Yes,
Fleeing from
indeed.
some court intrigue?
Definitely fleeing some intrigue.
Captain,
Okay,
what
so
should we do?
my
She's not on
character's
the
a
list.
Breton. And
Forget
this is
the
why
list.
she's a dick.
She goes to the block.
Yeah.
By your orders, Captain. I'm sorry. We'll make sure your remains are returned to High Rock.
Yeah, I don't want to go back.
Follow the captain, prisoner.
So my character is fleeing some intrigue, but not intrigue at her own hand. She was caught up and blamed wrongfully, so she ran. She was trying to get into Skyrim because who the hell would come here to look for her? And that's when she got captured, crossing into Skyrim at one of the valleys, or passes, I guess it would be.
You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and
and
now
got
the
caught with all
Empire
these
is going
guys.
to put you down.
So that
and
is her
restore
introduction
the
into
peace.
Skyrim. But it fits with the character pretty well because she doesn't know a lot of the skills yet, so she's
Carry
running
on.
and trying to learn how to
Yes,
survive.
General Tullius.
And it's
Give
going to
them
be a
their last
long,
rites.
fun run.
As we commend your souls to Aetherius, blessings of the 8 divines upon you.
For the love of Talos, shut up and
Let's get this over with.
Our
As you
wish.
So I have the subtitles on,
Come
so
on,
you can
I haven't got all
read
morning.
along. Just in case I'm talking over and you wanted to hear what they said. I figured that would help. It also helps me, I can read them and
My
speak at the same
ancestors
time.
are smiling
But
at
sometimes
me,
I'm probably
Imperials.
going to swap
And you
over to what
say
they're
the same.
saying. Cthulhu.
You Imperial bastards!
Ah, that's the first time I've seen who was talking.
death to the storm.
She's usually on the other side of him.
As fearless in death as he was in life.
God, Raylos, shut up!
Next, the Breton.
No, no, not the Breton.
Here it is again. Did you hear that?
I said, next prisoner.
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
Alright, now see, this part kind of disappoints me. Because I don't know how far you can turn your head to the left. But I wouldn't be able to look up like that.
What in oblivion is that?
Sentries. What do you see?
Not without twisting my body. Yeah! Dragon! Haha. And you actually hear the huntsman, or the headsman. I never actually saw that before. I think that was one of the subtitles that was probably skipped.
Come on, the gods won't
And
give
that's
us
why I
a
love
good
this game.
chance.
Even if it's all the same, it's still different every time you play it. Screw you, Rayloff. I'm getting out of here.
Jarl, what is that thing?
Could the legends be true?
Legends don't.
Oh, I'm not sticking with those two. They're part of the reason why I got into the trouble I was in here to begin with. Whoa. For sure. Let's get out of here. Not a graceful landing, but it works.
Hemming, you need to get over here! Now! That boy, you're doing great. Torol! Everyone get back!
They so should have
Still
been
alive,
barbecued.
prisoner? Keep close to me if you want to stay that way.
Mm-hmm.
Gunnar, take care of the boy. I have to find General Tullius and join the defense. Stay close to the wall!
Well, so far, this may just be me. It feels like Alduin, you can know his name, you're not really supposed to. But the subtitles kind of give that away. But Alduin's like
Into the keep, soldier!
clearing all the enemies away from me.
You and me, prisoner. Stay close.
How in oblivion do we kill this thing? Look, Ty, it just keeps coming!
Love to know what he's saying.
Escaping, Hadvar. You're not stopping us this time.
Fine. I hope that dragon takes you all to Sovereign Guard.
You, come on!
Let's go.
Ty, it just keeps coming!
Alright, so this is where I go with Hadvar, because Rayloff was just going to give up and die. Hadvar was trying to find ways out of here, so
Quick!
I side with Hadvar. And I will give you guys my evidence as to why Ulfric is a dick and should not be followed. And pretty much this entire game is his fault. As we play along. Now right now I'm not going to sit here give you guys a 30-minute spiel. Maybe you can catch me on my stream sometime or something like that, and we can talk about it there, or on the IRC channels, however you want to chat with me. Alright, this load might take a little while, so I'm actually going to hush, and we might even skip this little part. Oh, actually, no. I can start talking about mods. So we have a lot of mods, and that's actually what we're going to set up and configure next. So a little bit step out of the game, but I'm hoping that this is one time only. We won't have to do this again. The game will be set up.Maybe we'll tweak things here and there, or just check on our stats and such, because I have some stat tracking mods. But we should just be able to go straight on through and just have a really good time with this. Here we go. That wasn't too bad.
Looks like we're the only ones who made it. Was that really a dragon? The bring us of the end
Felt
times?
like a dragon to me.
We should keep moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off.
Okay, so we're going
There
to
you
have
go.
to
Take a look around. There should be
listen
plenty
to
of gear to
Hadvar
choose
for a
from.
little while
I'm
here.
going to see if I can find something for these bones.
As we'll see, we have the mod configuration screen, and there are a lot of mods here that all need to be set up. So achieve that. I'm just going to go through them real quick. This is just a set of achievements. This is a new version. I have not played with this version. This is a little bit different. When you unlock these milestones, they will potentially go up to higher ones. So like 10,000 for pocket money. Once we get to 10,000, I believe this will jump up to like 50,000 or 100,000 or something like that. And when you unlock those things, you can come down to the Hall of Glory. They give you like glory points, I guess, and then you can spend them down here for these different bonuses and perks, so you can kind of choose your own rewards. I'm not entirely sure I like this. I liked it better the good old days settings. Allows to choose a specific reward for each achievement. To view all available rewards, just to click an achievement. Once an achievement is highlighted with a green color, you can claim your reward. I don't know exactly what turning on that will do, but it used to be like, you know, collect a lot of money, get a little better at bargaining or speech talk or something like that. So we'll see how this goes. Maybe, you know, the whole gathering of the points and such will be worth it. Convenient horses is the first main one that we will have to set up. And... oh, no, hidden, shown, hidden. I don't think I'm on the right area. Okay, horse inventory. I really kind of want to leave this off, but since I can't find a way to turn it off, I'm going to set it to 100 and change this to local, so I have to be next to it to use it. I'll change the settings. Restricts inventory access. Do not recover, I think, is the best option here. I don't even know what horse inventory recovery is. Maybe it's if the horse dies? I don't know. I just don't know. I'm going to leave the horse equipment normal, but this right here is why I even install this mod. Is there used to just be a mod that would give you your horse a little bit of a running bonus. So, and I always thought it was lame that horses just had a little bit more stamina for you for like the first 5 levels. And then all they could do is walk and run at the same speeds you could walk and run at. The only thing they allowed you to do was you could be carrying 10 billion pounds, and if you were on a horse you could still move, which is also very stupid. So I made this so they have a little bit more stamina, and because I can run for a very long distance with the way I usually build my characters. And the speed bonus is I want to try to set this, I want to say 15% is about running speed for a person on foot. So this makes them walk at the speed people run at. I thought that was pretty good for a horse. It seems to work pretty well. I'm going to change this to off. And pardon that noise. You heard nothing. Nothing, I tell you. Followers also get horses. That's always handy. Some of them with the DLC that I have actually do have it by default, but this also just adds it in. And horse charge, I mean, if we're going to have combat and stuff like that anyways, I guess. But that's one of the mods I need to exit that screen after. So that's the first time we've heard Hadvar tell us that we should get some gear. Deadly dragons. This makes it fun. Just wait until you guys see our first dragon encounter. This is going to be fun. Much more armor, much more damage and attacks and stuff like that. This is going to make dragons really mean something, and the battles are going to be fairly nice. I've never actually been through an assault, so I'm just going to leave that on there. Important NPCs are essential. Turning this option on makes all important NPCs unkillable. This includes all followers, hirelings, vendors, and quest givers. That kind of takes things away. So we're gonna leave that alone, and we're never going to use conversion or anything like that. This is just to get us the harder dragons. Frostfall. This is one of the most game-changing mods I have in here. We are going to start this up. Alright, and now we will wait for the quest to finish. Now I'm going to go back inside my character. There we go.
You better get some gear.
So we have thought about how harsh Skyrim is, and that we've gotten a basic survival guide for it.
Got to be a sword or two.
And this gives us concerns. We have to be aware of how cold it is in this environment. There we go. Shush, Hadvar. I'm talking. So the quest was complete. That means everything is up and running. I'm just going to show you the stats here real quick. Enable Frostfall. Oh. So I guess I completed the quest, but it's not actually done yet.
You better get some gear.
Let's go on to a different mod while we're waiting for that to happen. But that will add in all sorts of hypothermia, environmental concerns, getting disease, things like that. So very handy. Harvest Overhaul is something that makes harvesting materials a little bit more realistic. So I am going to actually leave the base boost coin purse at default, but I am going to make gems be a little bit more apparent here. So we're going to get 5, 2, and 1, and then we're going to get a 2% and a 1%. Now I may be understanding this improperly, but it's a 5% chance to get the first gem, then it's a 2% chance after that 5% has gone off to get a second gem, and then a 1% chance after we've already gotten the first and the second to get a third. I want to say that it cascades down as well, it has to be, like the first 3 had to have been accepted, and then we get into flawless. If we have a 2% chance after a third gem that we get a flawless gem instead. But I'm not entirely sure that is how that works, but I'm setting up these percentages based on that. So these should be very, very rare. If we do find a gem, it'll be pretty cool. I'm also going to turn this on. Ingredients, materials are enabled. So we do have Harvest Overhaul creatures. That will be the next thing that we go to, I suppose. Yeah, there we go. And we're going to turn on the recipes. We're going to turn on the animal loot. Full loot for Manus. Saber Cat recipe disabled. I'm leaving this off because that is a lore thing. So expanded recipes, we're going to add in a little bit more there. We're going to enable the scroll crafting recipes, and we're going to enable the lantern crafting recipes, and I'll show you why a little bit later on as well for that. Humanoid, flesh recovered, flesh and heart, flesh, heart, and skull. I am actually going to just go down to flesh and heart. And I'll do a chance for 2. Only Dramora have Daedra hearts. This is regarding Dragonborn. I've not played Dragonborn yet. That'll be completely new for me. So I have no idea what this means, but I'm going to say okay. But I'm also going to turn on vampires have blood potions. I have no idea what blood potions are, but they sound pretty freaking cool. Let's go down to Hunterborn. This is another fun one. This is something you're going to see me doing a lot of in the beginning, and we are just going to start this up right now. This allows you to hunt, skin, and I guess butcher creatures. So it's a more realistic hunting mod. Allows you to scavenge and gather off the land and such. And it's going to be, there we go, all activated. It's going to be how we get a lot of money and such for our character. She's going to try and live off the land. She doesn't want to be tied down to anything. Armor options. So I'm only showing you guys this because I've added in immersive armors and immersive weapons, and it adds in a lot of them. I have no idea if I'll actually use any of these, but it's really nice seeing the huge variations and such that they've added into the game. And NPCs and such will spawn with all this stuff. So it actually ends up giving a very lush and full world with, you know, everybody is a little bit diverse. Immersive creatures is the next one. This makes the world all sorts of more dangerous, and let me get out of the menu. Some of them do that. They start up things even though they don't tell you, and it makes it a little hard to go through because then you can't get these things here. So select version preset. I'm just going to stick with the default. There is a purist. Disables defined selection of creatures. I'm actually going to go to that because I am trying to stick with more of a appropriate set of creatures. So we'll see how that goes. But honestly, there is one thing I constantly think I should get rid of, and it's these bastards. I hate the mechanical dragons. Every single time I've ever run into a mechanical dragon, they kill me. They're like, just hands down, they kill me. So this is what the settings are. It turned off a lot of these, and I'm actually going to turn some of these back on because I don't see a reason why these giants shouldn't be in here. The Ancient Spriggan, I think, can be all of them. Soul Slime only. This is actually, I'm going to turn this on for both. I do believe that Soul Slime is the area that you go to for Dragonborn. Come here, come here. But but they do put them in really nice areas in Skyrim, so it works out pretty well. Frost Spriggan, I mean, if we're gonna have Spriggans, we should have ones that are covered in snow. That's just my my stance on it. Frost Giants, same. Oops. No. Why did I have to do that? Okay. Giant, I do have Dawnguard, so I'm adding them in. Giant Brute, all variants, I'm also going to add those guys in. These guys I don't know exactly what they are. So I'm going to just leave them be. We have Goblins, Minotaurs. These guys are nasty, but you know, yeah, that's what it's here for, is the challenge. And that is what a lot of these mods do, is they make this a lot more difficult. Night, random events, somewhere around here. Mechanical Dragon disabled. Okay, I'm actually going to leave these disabled. I really always have a hard time going should I, shouldn't I. But a quick overview of the Mechanical Dragons. They breathe both like fire, lightning, and ice. They drop down all sorts of automatons. They're really, really, really hard to kill. And they seem to spawn all over Markarth, making that area a place you avoid no matter what happens. This I'm actually going to adjust a bit. I'm going to go down to 160. I want things respawning a little bit faster. Minimum hours to respawn. See if I can get it down to about 100 here. This is in-game time, by the way. And this one we're going to take way down. Yeah, it's like 300 or so. So it has to stay still for at least 100 hours. You know, that's, what, 4 days? That'd be 96, close enough. For cleaning up corpses, I don't think anybody would leave anybody laying around for a freaking day to 3 days. So we go from 12 to 48 hours. Figuring that, you know, it just might take a day or two before somebody realizes they're missing and then actually goes to find them. But that's this actually gives you a lot of options besides just adding on extra creatures, so it is kind of neat. Immersive HUD. X key, compass. We are going to turn our compass on. I like everything else. I need my compass. It's just that part of a game for me. Is there's always, you know, you have all 5 sounds. You don't have them in a game. The HUD is supposed to be there to help you compensate for them. And turning off everything while increasing immersion isn't always the best of keys, because then you're at a constant disadvantage. You have to play the game on a lower skill level or something like that. And it just annoys me. We are, however, going to make it vanish a little bit. We'll put it down at a 75%, so it's not exactly see-through. Everything else fades in and out on its own. It's very nice. This is a great mod from Gopher. Very, very well done. Moonlight Tales. Oh yeah, this is Vampire Lord versions of werewolves. Very, very good. However, we need to come down here, I think? No. Is it just general? Yes, it's just general. Okay, NPC to player is good. Player to NPC is good. NPC to NPC is bad. I did one of my playthroughs on Twitch, and half of the guards in... not Markarth, the Swamp City, I can't think of its name right now, but half of them turned into werewolves or werebears. And that immediately and 100% makes them aggressive to you, but they are still counted as a guard, so if you attack them, then the rest of the town attacks you. I asked for that bug to be fixed, where if they were turned into a werewolf or a werebear, that they were no longer counted as a guard, but I haven't seen a fix for it, so this is my fix for it. I'm not going to attack anybody that shouldn't have a chance to be a were something. And this is how they can attack me and still affect me. It's just when the werewolf comes into town, smacks a guard, and then another guard, and then another guard, and then dies. And suddenly you have 3 people that are all werebears. It sucks. So, we're not letting it happen. The rest is okay. The rest is okay. Moon phases. This means that forced turning. So if you want to be a werewolf, you are going to force yourself into werewolf shape during these times. The upswing to that is that you can change as much as you want when it's not these times, so it's completely up to you. That actually is really freaking cool. This, however, we are going to delay, as I don't want to see these guys until I'm a little bit of a higher level, especially this bastard. Werebears, like, they're really, really, really mean. Cooldown, I don't want to see another one for a week. These should be rare. And we'll bump this back up to 1%. Same thing with here. Werewolves are more common in Skyrim, but still, I don't think you would run into one every single day. We'll give it a little bit over half a week here. Cooldown. These guys I think are going to be a little bit more common. They're just the hunters that are going after them. Or potentially after me if I am in that form, I guess. Chance reroll period. Increased werebeast chance on full moon. That makes sense. So we're going to add that into. The rest of this is all just debugging information. We will be able to see things here about who has what disease. But this is a really, Moonlight Tales is a really good mod for going over things like that. And we are almost done, guys. I'm sorry, I know this has been about 10 minutes of me just doing this. But let's turn on realistic needs here. This is one that requires sleeping, drinking, eating, not being too fatigued, not getting diseased, and all the different effects. It really adds in quite a bit of nice things for this game. However, in this type of an environment, actually I'm going to make that 3, that 2, and that 1. I would be stopping to eat, sleep, and drink. If I'm playing on my own, fine. But if I'm playing for you guys, this would be taking up like 50% of the video because it would have to be done so often. So, that's why I turned this down so low for this. However, force or die of thirst, no. Check needs, nope. Alcohol and disease, these are all fine. Chances of getting disease based on dirty bedrolls, river waters, I mean, it's really, really nice. Food spoilage, we want to turn this on. However, milk can go bad fast, cheese should last a little bit longer. Baked goods should definitely last a while. We should be able to keep those for at least, yeah, I'm going to go the full 2 weeks. Fruit and vegetables, when they're, when you pick them off a tree, apples last, you know, a month, 2 months. They last a really freaking long time, as long as you keep care of them. And I'm going to assume somebody like this would. Raw meat, I'm giving it 1 extra day. Aging meat is actually, you hunt a deer, you let it hang for 48 hours, then you butcher it. I mean, that is what you do. So it's expiring so quickly, not all that realistic. Cooked vegetables, believe it or not, will actually decrease the shelf life. I'm going to give it 5 days just to 50% it. Cooked meat should actually last quite a bit longer. So we are going to put that up. We'll give it 9 days. You know, we dry meat, we smoke meat, we do so many different things to get it to last months. So I don't think adding in a little bit of time there is too bad. Same thing with the stews. I'm just going to give these, I wish these were separate. Stews should go bad pretty quickly. Soup should stay good for quite a little bit longer, especially broth and such. So we'll do, you know, you make a soup, you eat it for 4 or 5 days. We'll do 6. Yeah. That is basically it. These are the majority of the really heavy changes. You guys know I like rain, so we get a lot of downfall. We can hear it nicely when we're inside, bouncing off the ceiling. Let me do a nice little restart here.
Got to be a sword or two in one of these.
Yes, Hadvar. One moment. We are almost there. Whew, guys. I'm actually pretty excited because we are almost there. Dance of Death. These are cutscenes, and I like them. Perk restriction. We need to take that off. We are using Skyrim. All the perks, even some of the entire perk trees are gone, or different, or rearranged completely. So we can't use that. These will just happen. It will be freaking cool. We are not immune to them. That can be really deadly. My goal is not to be dying all the time. I really don't want to be. Wearable lanterns, very cool. This is the last mod that I added in. And toggle lantern, I'm going to use the Y key. Oops, I need to take off my controller for a second so I can use the Y key. And then check fuel, I'm also going to use U. These just happen to be ones that I know were unbound. I actually wanted to use T for toggling the lantern, but T apparently is bound to something else. Manual mode, so we have to turn them on and off on our own. Default brightness settings. This is also, as you read down below, the lanterns carried by NPCs will always remain at the default. So I'm just going to leave mine there as well. So fuel settings, travel paper uses lantern and paper. Bug lanterns, you can catch a torch bug and it will give it pollen. It will light things up for you. I thought that was pretty cool. Meter display, I'm just going to leave these as is. I haven't really seen these pop up. Immersive HUD might actually be making them go away, but that's why I have the U key there so I can see those settings. And wet and cold. This is the last one here. We're almost there, guys. Water drips effect during the rain. I believe I turned this off because Frostfall does this as well, and wet and cold defaults to Frostfall settings. So I'm going to leave those as is. I'm going to turn the steam on for NPCs. And umbrellas I'm definitely leaving off. We go to cold. We got the breath. We got snowy blizzards. Survival gear backpacks. These are awesome. They really, really help. It really is awesome. Ashes. Watery eyes. I always wanted to see what that looks like. System. Heat detection. Shelter detection. These slow down the game a bit, and this potentially screws it up. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to add in heat detection and shelter detection to give us a little bit more. If I notice a lot of frame rate drops, then we will probably turn those back off again. But for now, I've been holding 30 smooth inside that menu the entire time. But we are ready to go.
You better get some gear.
Yes, I had better. One thing my character has learned, Onyx, is she's a scavenger. But she travels light because you never know when you have to run.
You better get
Food are a priority, but so is survival gear. So we're going to... Oh, and I will also do this. When I'm changing gear, so we can all have a constant picture of the character as she changes. Going to go to the light armor there. Going to get rid of these. Oh, another mod. Little silver ring. This is going to be an heirloom that I brought along with me, sort of deal.
Still out there.
Yeah, that's scary. Alright, so weapons. We're going to take that. We're going to favorite it. And then we're also going to go to magic. We want to favor that. Dragon skin, flames, healing. I think that's it. These are all skills, forage, weather sense, scrimshaw, that the survival mods add in. And we will get to them in due time. But this is what we start as right here. Let's put that in our right hand. And those ready. Right there. No. Not that desperate as of yet. Come on, Hadvar, let's go. Alright, so back into more of the character, guys. I know this was a lot of setup, but I hope it will be worth it. This is going to be an hour-long episode, so you guys got 20 minutes of solid gameplay coming up here.
We need to get moving. That dragon is tearing up the whole thing.
Just give me a minute. I'm out of breath.
Hear that? Storm cloaks. Maybe we can reason with them.
Yeah, maybe, Hadvar. Maybe. Not from what I've seen, though.
Hold up now. What was that? I only want to... die so
Okay, so one quick moment here. If you saw how I died so easily, that is part of Skyrim, which has changed these things, and I'm not going to go through all this right now. About marksmanship, not bows. Wayfarer, completely new skill tree. You'll find a lot of the ones for going around, as well as like gatherer. Anything that was dealing with the world around you is now in this tree. But this also alters all the AI, the damage of the weapons. It makes everything significantly more difficult. So you can kill in one hit, you can die in one hit too. That's all I'm trying to make you guys aware of here. And I am going to scavenge what I can.
Let's keep moving.
Iron war axe. Hold on, Hadvar. Nope, wouldn't wear that. I don't even know why I picked that up. Those will do.
Come on, this way.
Alright, I'm coming. So far, you know, Hadvar has been a fairly decent person. Following orders when he had to, but really didn't want to do things too badly here. And I like the brutality of an axe a bit better than the sword.
Look out! Damn, that dragon doesn't give up easy.
What are you doing? We need to get out of Helgen, now!
These Imperials have potions in here. We're going to need them.
Imperial! Go for the Empire! An old storeroom. See if you can find some potions. Might come in handy.
Potions. Boots. No. Wooden battle staff. Some of the new weapons? Iron halberd. No, it's a two-hander. I'll stay away from that. Let's see if we can't. Food. Food is always a priority, and that includes alchemy. One thing my character did learn about back in the days of yore was the effectiveness of poisons. My character's not going to be a good character up front, by the way. So sorry to disappoint you guys. Let's grab all this. Very selfish character. Selfish keeps you alive when everybody else is hunting you down. Aw, poor bunny rabbit. Goodbye, wolf. They usually howl when they're going to do that.
Done then? This way.
So Hadvar has some bows.
The torture room. Hear that? Come on. That's the end of that. Wait a second. Looks like there's something in this cage. See if you can get it open with some picks. We'll need everything we can get. Grab what
Understood.
you can and let's go.
Cape Imperial. It's better than a storm cloak. Materials, lockpicks. Those are useful. Books, I'll get to them later. Oh, I'm gonna need to draw him in. There is a mod that kind of lets you push your followers around. They're supposed to do it on their own. It doesn't always work. I do not have it, however. This is going to be another thing you'll see me do, is I like picking the locks. I like this minigame. Whoa. It's that freaking deadly rib cage. Most dangerous thing in Skyrim. So something I did not know until recently, believe it or not, when you break a lockpick, it snaps off in the direction that you need to turn the pick. Isn't that awesome? Wouldn't that have been nice to know about 600 hours ago? Fingersmith, that's also a new one. Watch out, Hadvar. I do feel like I'm kind of rushing it here, guys, because I spent so much time going over the mods. I really shouldn't do that. Slow down, let's enjoy this. Let's enjoy this. $14 gold, no gems. No gems. No capes. This part always bugged me. Body, robes. Skeleton somehow holding onto 5 coins. What the hell? And we do it again. We do it again. Hadvar? Where are you, man? Oh, sorry guys. I already broke my rule. There we go. She's hiding. I don't know why Hadvar's stuck. Hadvar should not be stuck. Come on, Hadvar. Alright, let's see if he catches up. Here he comes. Good on you, man. Good on you.
Where in Oblivion are we supposed to go? Where's the way out?
Just give me a minute. Let me think.
Imperious dog!
Don't leave Helgen alive!
Nope, my dog! You bastard! Leave my dog alone. Ow.
It's nothing.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Chill. Oh yeah. Good pet. Definitely been looking forward to that. Ooh. Sword spears do reduce damage against armor enemies. Reduced against armor? I thought spears would have been great for piercing armor. Resourceful scavenger. That is what I like my character to be. And please, Wolf, don't do that.
Let's see.
Sorry for making you wait, Hadvar.
Well, this goes.
Looks like it should have shattered. Wolfie. Alrighty.
Damn it, now going back that way. I guess we're lucky that didn't come down on top of us. We'd better push on. I'm sure the others will find another way out.
There are no others, Hadvar. They all died. Money. Taking all that, taking those. Spider webs. Wonder how long that... Ooh, flawless garnet. Do you guys see that? That was freaking awesome. Whoa, spider's like, oh my gosh. All up in my face.
Where'd you come from?
Nice work, Hadvar.
Giants.
Yes, indeed. Giant snakes. And venom, poisons, all very interesting. Ooh, the deadly... Ah! Ribcage. What happened to the other spider? Wasn't there 3? Ah, little dinky one. Oh, already got you. Oh, guess I already got him. We will grab just a couple of eggs. Skeever tail. I'm not sure if I want venom encrusted skeever tail, to be honest. Let's just get out of here.
Come on, hurry up.
Sorry, man. Whoa. Nope, not a snake.
Hold up. There's a bear just ahead.
Yeah, I saw.
Not the snaking type, huh?
That was definitely the sneaky type, Hadvar. A little bit more wine. It's the only thing I have to drink right now. Some mead. Whoa. That could have been bad. Alright. I can take a lantern, but I don't think it's the right kind. It's not a travel lantern. Alright, hold up, Hadvar. Cave bear. Okay. So we are going to field dress. This is the first step. We will always do it, and it's how we get back our arrows that we shot into it. I am, however, going to do this, and you will see me queue up all 3 of these actions to save time. Every now and again, this will make a pop-up come up saying the script is running too long, but it's generally worth it. And here we go. Our adventure begins.
This looks like the way out. I was starting to wonder if we'd ever make it.
Alright guys, I'm going to end this episode here, and we will meet up in the next one. And let me know what you think. I promise a lot more gameplay, a lot more chatter. It should be a lot more fun, not going over the mods so much. Until the next one, have a good one.